Aaron Rodgers is still a Packer somehow. I don't know how he's still a Packer, folks. I really just don't know how. I thought he was gone last week. He's still here, folks. So we might keep him. Probably not. Might he be a Jet next season? Probably. He'll probably be a Jet next season. Hello, folks. I'm your co-host Jeremy Hadler, along with our other co-host Mike Arano, and this is PackReacts. Hello, everybody. How we doing today? How we doing, Mike? How you doing today?
Doing good.
Good.
I was
Good.
thinking of not joining the show today, actually. And
Wow. I see.
well, I was always going to join the show, but you didn't like my idea pre-show.
I did not.
Should we tell the viewers what the idea was?
Tell the viewers what the viewer was. Tell them.
Okay, so I don't know if anyone saw the news today, but apparently there's a guy named What's his name? Francis.
Yeah, Francis something.
Oh no!
Oh,
One
wait.
second.
Oh,
I
wow.
want to get this name correct.
Okay.
So his name is Ken Francis,
Okay.
and apparently he's acting on behalf of Lamar Jackson. Although Lamar Jackson was on Twitter saying he was not acting on his behalf and he doesn't know this guy, but then came out right after the fact and said that he's selling a gym solution with a business partner named Ken. So I think what happened here was this guy named Ken Francis started going around talking about it to get the league talking, like the talking heads like Schefter and Rappaport and this Garofalo guy. Talking about this guy to get like a national story around it, and then they dropped their gym product. I think that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So we were gonna pretend that I was Ken Francis,
Mm-hmm.
but Jeremy shot down that idea, so we're not doing it.
No.
So I had to join the show.
He's still here, folks. After he said he would quit like 3 weeks ago, he's still here, folks. He's still here. But yeah. So on tonight's episode, we're gonna be talking a little about the draft, and it's only a month away, so we're gonna talk about that. Maybe go through a mock draft. Maybe we'll do that sometime tonight. We'll be going through a little trivia question I have for Mike, just to start off for an icebreaker question for him. How we feeling about the offseason? And are the Packers still stuck in the middle of the river right now? Are we or are we not? But let's start my icebreaker question to Mike. Who invented the Lambo Leap, sir?
Is that a real question?
Yes, that's the question.
LeRoy Butler.
Good. Okay, that was your easy ice-breaking question. Now,
You think I'm dumb?
Hey, I'm making sure. I'm just making sure of the easy question.
You did a tour with Leroy Butler.
Yes, I did.
Did I tell a story how I think I saw Leroy Butler in Lambo, and I wasn't 100% sure if it was him or not, so I didn't say anything. But he was like walking in front of me with my dad. Mm-hmm. It was like on a Thursday or Friday, and we were in the atrium, and it was like no one else other than this guy walking in front of us, and I could have sworn it was Leroy Butler. But I didn't know for sure, so I didn't want to yell like Leroy, like. But it had to be. It had to be. I should have said something. Mm-hmm. That's my story. But Jeremy actually met Leroy.
I did meet him by doing this.
I'm surprised you didn't get kicked out as I still don't understand how you got that.
I'm still alive. I'm still alive and allowed to go to a Packers game. They can't take that away from me, folks. They can't take it.
I'm surprised you didn't get kicked out. Imagine being banned from Lambeau Field, Jeremy.
Well, yeah, that would be sad. That would
be pretty bad.
Well, I went on 2 tours that day. First tour, I did that. Second tour, the people say to everybody, if you do the Lambeau Leap, you're kicked out. I don't know how. Nobody noticed it in the first one. That is beyond me. Nobody of the tour guides looked at me and saw me when that happened. So that's how it was. But yeah, that's how the story became. And I have the greatest Lambeau Leap ever, folks. So yes, we have that. But let's dive into the Packers here. Are we still stuck in the middle of the river between the Packers of Aaron Rodgers trade, Jordan Love starting? What are your thoughts on this, Mike?
No, I think we have a solution. I think the solution is Jordan Love. I know you said that Aaron Rodgers is still on the team, and yeah, he is, but I mean, I don't think there's any thought that he's going to be on the team. And if he is, then something massively went wrong in the system.
Yep.
I do think that Goody's doing a good job of kind of digging his feet in the sand and say, pay my price or don't have Rodgers. And I don't think anyone actually truly believes that we're going to not trade him to the Jets. But I don't think we should be giving him away for nothing, and the Jets should have to pay something. So, yeah, I think I don't think we're in the middle of the river. I don't think we're, I don't think we're in a great position, but I think we know what our next steps are. Our next steps is see what we have in Jordan Love,
Okay.
and go forward. Now, are we going to be a winning team? Likely not.
Nope.
Could we? Maybe, but at least we're moving towards the future, not kind of stuck in quicksand, which I think we kind of were with Rodgers.
Yeah, I don't think we're in the middle of the river. I think, as you just mentioned, we're going next step. The only problem I have with still in the middle of the river is what are the Packers doing of the trade compensation between the Jets and Rodgers? Because last week we talked about, do we want a player? I did not want Elijah Moore, and he's now a Cleveland Brown. So what are we looking at here? Because it could be second-round picks, the two ones that they have with their own and the Browns, and we might not get a first-round pick, or we're just going to go all in just a first-round pick.
Yeah. I think we want that first round. I don't think they want to give it the Jets, just from reports I've seen. But I think they should. I think they should be paying the 13 pick for Rodgers at this point. I don't think they should give up 2 firsts. I don't think that's fair. I think probably a first and maybe a third is what kind of gets this deal done if I'm the Packers. And I'm sure the Jets don't want to hear that, but I mean, ultimately you're trading for Aaron Rodgers. You're going to have to pay something. I know, the Packers have already moved on, but the Jets have Rodgers also played their cards by saying that, he's going to go to the Jets and he wants to go to the Jets and that's the only option. So, well, all the fans are ready, excited for Rodgers. That's their only option. So at some point you got to pay. And I think, I think the number 13 pick is what's going to happen. I thought that trade with the Browns was interesting with Elijah Moore.
Yes, I thought so.
It almost seems like they're getting that second round pick to trade away. So that could be the case there. Is, maybe they trade 2 seconds for Rodgers, which I still think that's a little bit light, I'll be honest, but I don't think it's terrible. I really think that you need a first. It's tough to do the deal without the 13th pick.
I think so too, because this is I don't want to risk all on second round picks. So I'm I'd rather get the first round pick because you're gonna get a talented prospect, especially that high in the draft. You gotta pay something because I'd be annoyed if I'm a Packers fan, and the Jets still get something out of this by not trading the first round pick and they get another talent piece.
Yeah, you definitely need the twos, both twos.
Yes.
I really think a first and a third is probably more fair. But yeah, they're not going to want to give away the 13th pick. They're not going to want to do it. It's our job to force them. The problem is I don't know what leverage you got because it's not a bidding war. You don't have any other people. I don't think the Jets have a lot of leverage. I don't think the Packers. It's kind of an interesting negotiation where neither party has a lot of leverage. I don't know. You could do nothing, I guess, in theory, and let Rodgers ride the bench, but that's not really a solution because it kills your cap. So you really can't do that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. The Packers don't have a ton of leverage, but the Jets don't have a ton of leverage either because, if for some reason the Packers trade Rodgers somewhere else, then the Jets are going to look like a bunch of idiots because they got their whole fan base ready for this, and then they can't get the deal done. So, the Jets front office has a lot riding on bringing Rodgers over. So, in theory, if I'm the Packers, say, you know what, I'll trade him somewhere else for even less than you to give me the Jets if you're not going to give me that first, just so you guys look like that. That's almost got to be your leverage, right? It's your leverage is not going to keep him on the team because that's not really an option at this point.
Yeah.
The only leverage you guys say, all right, Jets, if you're not going to give me a first, right, you already got your fan base all up in arms that you're going to get Rodgers, right? So what we'll do is you're offering me a second and third. Screw it. I'll go to, the Dolphins, your rival, and say, hey, Miami, give me a fourth, right? That's it. Just take Rodgers from me, right? And now the Jets, you have to go to your fan base and explain how Aaron Rodgers went to your competitor in the division. And that's my leverage. My leverage is almost to hurt myself to try to get more out of you, to also hurt you. You almost have to be very spiteful out of it. Let me give me an example of how other leverage the Packers could have. I think that's it. That's your only leverage.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't know if you saw this today. It was like something I saw on like Twitter was the Michael Scott, where they're basically talking about how to make trades and deals when you're talking about your company. And the first thing Michael says, like, we will reject your first offer, no matter what the offer is. We always reject it, and it's always like, um, well, what happens in like that scene is like there's Adam Schefter and us like outside in the hallway trying to listen to what they're hearing. It's like blah 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 blah, while the Jets are trying to lowball offer, but while we still have a little bit of leverage by your clients are desperate for a quarterback. They need a quarterback. If they don't get a quarterback, you're going to run out of business and your team's not going to do well. So that's the only leverage I have with the Packers. Jets, they still have leverage a bit too. But yeah, I think it comes down to the Packers need to get that first round pick. I mean, this 2 second round picks isn't terrible, but I do think they need that first round pick. For just me, they need that first round pick. The only other team that I could see that would do maybe a Rodgers trade is the Indianapolis Colts. That's the only other team because they're desperate for a quarterback. That's what I would say them.
I think Miami would do it just to keep him away from the Jets. And if you give him for a very cheap price, if you said, "Hey, give me a third, just 1/3," Miami, right? Baby was gonna say, "Well, why would you do that?" Because the idea here is not to actually trade him in Miami; it's to put a fear in the Jets' eyes that we're going to trade him somewhere else and not go to the Jets. Because at this point, that's unacceptable to the Jets fans for Rodgers. They have been operating under the assumption that the Rodgers is coming there, and they have no other solution at this point at the position. So you almost have to like force the Jets by saying we'll trade him somewhere else.
Yeah.
And for less, because obviously no one wants to pay more right now. So like you'd have to trade him for less. So, like I'd have to be okay trading him for less than what the Jets are offering me to get the Jets to give me more.
Mm-hmm.
And the Jets can say, well, I'm not going to give you more. Then you have to trade him away for less just to save your cap space. Like, it's not a great position for either team.
No, it's not.
It's just a tough spot, and maybe you have to trade him for less. I'd be fine. If I knew that Goody did this to try to get more, then I'd be okay with trading him for less. If the Jets were really going to say no, then screw the Jets. Then they don't get anybody. If you're not going to give me the first, you don't get everybody. It's almost like, if I'm not going to have this person, you're not going to have this person, and just by you not having them, that's win enough for me. Like, that's it. I'd love for Rodgers to go for the Jets at the right price. If you're not going to pay that price, then you're not having him either. Neither of us are going to have him. Somebody else will have him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely think so. That's probably going to be the case there. But yeah, it's just like both people are like at stale, and I think I feel like the scenario that's probably going to happen is Rodgers doesn't get traded till draft day. I feel like that's going to be the leverage there too, just because of how depending the teams are going to be when the draft comes. Maybe that could be something. I don't know.
It's possible. I'm not really sure. I think we're going to probably sit here we have till April, we have another month, so. Yeah. I don't think there's any urgency at the moment. I think everyone kind of knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
He's probably going to end up the Jets, just what compensation we're going to get back for him. But I'm a big proponent. If they're not willing to give you the first, trade him for less.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to sound crazy. People might think I'm nuts, but I think that's your only leverage is to scare the Jets into thinking there's a chance they could actually lose Rodgers. Because if you don't scare them into thinking they could lose Rodgers, then then they shouldn't give. Why would they give up a first? If they're the only player here, then why give up anything, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just to make you feel good about yourself? No, there's got to be some kind of threat the other way. If there's no threat the other way, then there's not. They're not going to give you the first.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a team that's willing to pay a first for Rodgers. So the best chance is to give him away for less, or the Jets come up and give us the first.
Yeah, I know Andy Herman said it on the Pocket Day podcast earlier this week is like they can't trade – like if they trade Rodgers after June 1st, his cap hit gets worse and worse. So
well, no. It actually gets better for this season. However, it pushes the rest into next season. So you don't save any cap. You just don't use it this year. So you have more cap space this one. But I saw that episode. So what Andy's saying, or I think I saw it on Twitter, and I agree with him, is it would make sense to do the June 1st designation if you were trying to compete for this year. However, since we're likely not going to compete this year and you don't need the cap space, it doesn't make sense to push it, that remaining part, into the future, because you're just going to waste future cap space for this year's cap space, which you don't really need. And I think that makes sense also because Love is under a cheaper contract this year. In the future, he's not going to be under such a cheap contract if he's good this year, right? So you need the cap space actually in the future now, not necessarily this year. So I kind of agree with him. Take the hit now instead of spreading it over to, 2 months. Also, if you do the June 1st, and one is not going to be anybody. He also, his other point was there's going to be no one really to use the cap space on at that point. And 2, you're not going to be able to get a draft pick this year. You're going to have to wait a year for the draft pick. So
yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, technically, the Packers have the second most cap space in the league right now. Up to this moment, they have this like the second best cap space.
Yeah, but that's fake cap space.
Yeah, but it's not going to be. Yeah,
because once they trade Rodgers, we're going to go back down to a lot lower. Yeah.
So it's not gonna, like, what I would say for Packers wise is you trade Rodgers, you don't spend any of your money except on the draft picks. You save that all the money till next year. Then you can begin to have some leverage of money, have some money to spend, but not that much though.
Yeah. I think really what's going to come down to the Packers, not necessarily spending money. It's going to be, can we draft perfectly? Basically, the Packers need to basically draft perfectly for the next few years that really rebound our kind of rebuild here.
Yeah.
And do it. We need to have great drafts. That's how we're going to build for the future, is the draft. The cap space right now, not as important. Cap space more important when you're trying to win now. I don't think the Packers are trying to win now. I think they're trying to build for the future. You need to focus on building for the future. And I think that's my biggest concern, is how long is that going to take? It could take 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
At the earliest. I mean, there's teams that have been trying to compete for decades now and haven't competed. So, and the other problem is, what with the free agency pool, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chairman, you live in Pennsylvania. I live in New York, right? Try to convince, right, somebody in their 20s, right, to go up to Green Bay, to live, to play football, right, with a quarterback who's trying to swim, right, and a team that's probably not going to win right now. You're not gonna. It's not a very easy argument to win. And it was hard when Rodgers was there. How many people that passed up on us because they didn't want to go to Green Bay, right?
Yeah.
Without Rodgers, it's going to be real tough. It's going to be real tough. And, it's one of those things where we haven't, we had Brett Favre, then we had Aaron Rodgers, right? So we had, 30 years of great quarterback play, right?
Yes.
If we start to have subpar quarterback play like Houston, right? Like, the Jets, right? We don't have this big city to fall back on, a lifestyle for a team, which you have to, because in the draft, they're stuck, right? You got drafted by the Packers, you have to go, right? So that's why the draft is so integral for the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
And really having a great quarterback is so integral in Green Bay too, because you need to really appease somebody to come up and live in Green Bay. And I love Green Bay, you love Green Bay, but it's not a great place to be as a 26-year-old, NFL player that's just ran into some money. Maybe it's good for some people actually, because it forces them to save money and not use it. Use it. But that's going to be starting the things we hear. Like, are people going to want to come to Green Bay? Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, the one I can remember that was kind of in the situation when we had Brett Favre was Reggie White. Everybody wanted Reggie White. Nobody thought he would go to little Green Bay, a cold city. Nobody thought that. And it somehow happens.
That was a once in a lifetime thing, though. Didn't he say like he woke up one day and Jesus spoke to him and it was like, you have to go up to Green Bay? Like, I don't think that happens again.
It was Mike Holmgren who called him and said, "This is God, come to the Packers," and he hung up. And then
I don't know. I love Reggie White, great guy, but I think he's probably an anomaly in that situation. I don't think you're going to have a lot of guys saying, I'm going to go to Green Bay and a team that probably isn't that good.
Yeah.
because Jesus told me to go. I don't think that's going to happen again.
But he
But
brought this. He brought this to us, though.
Reggie White was a great player.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite all-time Packers defenders. I mean,
Absolutely.
What a player. What a player. And, I wish I really got to, experience more of his play as myself. Like if you probably don't remember him at all.
No.
You probably by the time you were old enough to watch Packers football, he was off the team. I technically I think was alive for some of it, but I don't remember it all. So what a legend! What a great career, great legacy. But sad that neither of us really got to experience that. But I don't think that happens again where you have a top free agent like that. First ballot Hall of Famer that decides to come to Green Bay because Jesus told him to go. I don't think so. And you can say, well, Charles Woodson came to the Packers, but Charles Woodson actually did not want to go to the Packers. I don't know if you know that story. He did not. He really did not want to go to Green Bay, and apparently no one else wanted to pick him up or something. I don't know. And he really his only option was Green Bay, so he said, "All right, I'll come to Green Bay." And it took him a while to want to be in Green Bay, even when he was there, apparently. But apparently, after some time, he started to really own it and liked Green Bay. But, it was not, I don't think, Charles Woodson's first choice. It probably was his last choice.
Probably. Yeah, probably was. But I just want to share my screen real quick because I think this is a little important here. Let me just do this real quick and have this, share this part. All right, cool. So now we have this. So this is next year if we have money to spend for free agency. This is next year if we have money. But this is given, let's just say if we have enough money to spend something, given the Rodgers contract. Let's just say that. So these are the quarterbacks that I just mentioned. But let's look at all positions because that's what we're going to need. We're not going to get a quarterback from free agency. So we have that. But this is like the interesting thing of how many guys are free agents. I just hit the wrong year. My bad. Let me update one real quick. Sorry, folks. So looking at this real quick, this is the interesting thing of how many people are free agents. This is what interesting me because there's a bunch of pass rushers, but you're probably not going to afford them. There are some running backs available. Probably not going to afford them because we don't need that. But
this could be drastically different though next year. Though that's the thing.
Yeah, you could bring Micah Hyde back if you really want to.
I doubt Buffalo lets him go.
Yeah.
They'll probably re-sign him.
There's Dalton Schultz, who signed a one-year deal with Houston this year, so that could be up there.
You probably have a rookie tight end that they pick. Nick Bosa. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Chase Young. Not going to happen. There's no way they let them.
No. But there's some interesting names like Cordell Patterson.
Casey Hayward coming back.
Casey Hayward.
He's in Atlanta now, Casey Hayward?
Yeah, he got cut. There's Christian Kirksey.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Jordan Hicks, TJ Hawkinson, Ed Oliver. I really like him.
Oh, yeah. But I doubt Buffalo lets him go.
Yep. Mike Gesicki. Could be a name up there. Green Bay Packer legend Yoshi Neiman. So there's him. But no, these are some of the things when you're looking at the free agency. There's a lot of great players, and there's a lot of veterans too. Like there's CeeDee Lamb, who's probably not going to leave. There's Mike Evans up there for grabs. Sean Gary, he's going to get his money paid this offseason. But there's a couple of names that are interesting to me when I look at this, of how much this can change. Because next year,
half these people are going to get contracts.
Yes, half of them are, but it's very interesting to me how like all this is played of like free agency, like Jordan Love, for example, right off the bat, folks. So, yeah, it's very interesting to see how many of these guys are free agents, and it could change the league, but most of these guys are probably going to get contracts. So this is a preview of what we're looking at here. Even Mike's favorite player, Oren Burks.
Oh no.
Yeah. So there's that, and Michael Pittman too. Let's not forget, and T. Higgins. So again,
T. Higgins is not going anywhere.
It depends of how much money they deal with Joe Mixon, Joe Burrow, Jamar.
Oh, Joe Mixon's gone.
That's to be said. We'll see about that.
Paying him.
There's we could also get Tyler Boyd later if we really want to. But these are some of the things that I had for us to do. There's also Packer punter Corey Bojorquez up there. He was soft.
That's true.
Trayvon Diggs, Jalen Hurts. Why not? To see to do him. But yeah, there's a couple of names I really like of this. Denzel Mims, who the Packers were interested in a couple years ago. So there's a couple good names I really like from this team. There's a couple good names that we got on there.
So I have the what do you call it? I have the transaction wire up.
Okay.
So what's happened in the past month? So that Rich Bisaccia became the assistant head coach. Do you know that? They gave him a raise. I mean, a title bump since he didn't get the Indianapolis job, I'm assuming. Who cares about the rest of that? They signed Yosh to I think a second round tender.
Yep. And
there were some talks about whether or not we want, that tender to actually be exercised by a team and get a second rounder for him. I don't know. I mean, I do think I like Yosh, but I think I'd probably like a second rounder better. So if someone's willing to give us a second rounder for him, sounds good to me. But I doubt that's going to happen.
I doubt it, too.
They re-signed Tyler Davis and Keyshawn Nixon, obviously. We talked about Keyshawn Nixon last week.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Davis, whatever. Then we signed Tarvarius Moore and a long snapper. So Tarvarius Moore is a safety. Long snapper Matt Orzek. So I think that's good. We need some competition in the long snapper room. I believe they gave him a $50,000 signing bonus. So there's no guarantee he's going to make the team. I think Andy Herman broke down, and definitely watch his video if you haven't, but he broke down the cap kind of impact if they keep Jack Coco compared to Matt Orzak, and it's about exactly the same now with the dead cap that the signing bonus provides. So, I think it's going to be a true competition, like Andy had mentioned in camp, and see who the best man is. Probably it's going to be Matt Orzak because I don't know. I thought Jack Coco was okay last year, definitely better than the guy before him, whose name's escaping me, that lost us. This is probably the main reason why we didn't go to Green Bay 2 years ago, Jeremy.
Yeah,
because that flock punt.
Yep.
But yeah, we definitely need some long snapper help. So hopefully that's good. The Tarvarius Moore thing, I believe that's a good contract signing. They didn't pay him that much. He's a safety. We need safety help. So
yeah,
hopefully that's a good pick. Or it's our pick, good signing. And then they re-signed Corey Ballentine, who's a quarterback. Rudy Ford, safety. We know Rudy Ford, great special teams player, so I'm glad he's back.
Mm-hmm.
And Keelan Cole, the receiver. But see, that's not the Keelan Cole that was on the Jaguars, right?
I thought so too. Yeah, I thought so too.
Is that him?
I think so.
I just looked him up on Wikipedia, and he doesn't say that he was on the Packers ever.
It might be Wikipedia. You never can trust it sometimes. You never can trust it sometimes, but
yeah, it seems like it is that one. No, I'm not sure.
Oh no. Weird.
All right. Well, I don't know. I didn't get a lot of news, so even if it is the same one, he's probably not very good anymore.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. All right. So let's get to the draft a little bit. I want to talk about. We did talk about it a little earlier, but breaking news occurred today that the Detroit Lions will host the 2024 NFL Draft.
That's breaking news? What do you mean?
It came out today.
I thought we knew that already.
I didn't. Oh, well, it's official today. Then.
You sure about that? I don't know about that.
I don't know. I thought it was up for contention between us, DC, and the Lions. It was announced today on the NFL. So, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, you're right. I thought this was known, though.
It was probably going to happen, is what the case was, but...
So, the official announcement of dates. So, we knew it was going to be in Detroit. We didn't know the dates that it was going to occur.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw you said that to me today. I'm like, I knew this. But, no, so it's what do you call it? It's the official announcement. So, it was never going to be Green Bay for 2024.
No.
I think we have a chance to get 2025.
We do, but It's between us and DC.
Right. So you want to talk about the event? I have the article up.
Yes, we can talk about that.
All right. So Visit Detroit announced in collaboration with the NFL the 2024 draft be April 25th to 27th. It's going to be in Campus Martius Park and Hart Plaza. I don't know where that is, but if anyone here's from Detroit, please let us know if that's a good spot. There's going to be any events. Let's see. NFL Draft Experience, the interactive football theme park, free opportunity to take part in participatory games, enjoy interactive exhibits, musical performances, autograph sessions, and take pictures with the Lombardi Trophy. And it'll be open all 3 days of the event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's it. That's the event in Detroit next year. This year it is in Kansas City, right?
Yes, Kansas City.
Kansas City, and then next year is Detroit, and then the year after that, we're not sure yet. It could be Green Bay.
Could be.
And then 2026 is don't tell me. I think they announced 2026, right?
I don't think so. Let me just double check. I don't think they did. Hold up. They said nothing from. Oh wait, nope. Nothing from what I've seen here. I didn't see anything about 2026.
Oh, okay.
But
2025, I thought actually.
Oh no. So.
Yeah. No, sorry. 2025. That could. All right. So I guess it's only announced through 2024.
Yeah. So
right.
that happened. Yeah, but no. And then article also came out a couple days ago that the Packers will continue to still keep bidding for the NFL draft to host it in 2025 or 2027, not 2026. So, yeah,
right.
That's what it is on the draft host for who's going to be hosting next year. It's the Detroit Lions in Detroit, folks. So,
yeah, that's all we know. We just know Detroit, and then now we know the dates.
Mm-hmm. So we have that, and yes. Do we want to do a little quick mock draft, Mike?
Sure.
All right. So let me put it up here for us. How many rounds do we want to do here?
3.
Okay.
That's usually what I do.
All right. Sounds good. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold up. There we go. All right. 3 rounds.
Sorry, so I think the thing was it's like Green Bay is likely to host the draft in 2025 or 2027.
Okay.
But 2026 we can't host, and that's why I thought it was picked already. I guess not. So why can't we win it in 2026?
I guess they don't want to. I don't know. I guess they don't want to apply for it. I don't know. That's
that I don't get. That's why I'm confused. Right, because it said this in the at the owners' meeting. It was likely to host in 2025 or 2027. So I'm not sure what's going on with 2026. I thought that was why it was picked already, but maybe there's something I'm missing. Yeah. All right, whatever. If anyone knows in the comments, feel free to reach out.
All right. How do we want to do this criteria? Randomness, less, more, draft for needs, care for position value, public versus PFFF.
I would probably what's public? Like what people have been picking?
I guess so.
Probably use the PFF boards.
Okay. Cool.
Care for positional value. I don't know. Middle, I guess. Draft for needs, probably middle.
Okay.
Random is probably none at all. I don't want it to be random. I want it to be correct.
Okay. Anything else? Are we good?
I think it's fine. Go pretty slow to begin with for the first round, I guess.
Okay. I got this. That should be good.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Let's begin our NFL draft as we are the Packers GMs instead of Brian Gutekunst and Mark Murphy. Entering the draft here. So, on the first board, we'll be starting is Carolina Panthers have the board. We don't have the pick yet.
Right, because they haven't traded it away.
Yes. So, we can theoretically make a trade if we really want to. If we
Trade the whole draft, Jeremy.
Let's do it.
They're not. That's not. They're not even gonna take that.
Wait.
Try it. See if you can trade.
If I
Trade the
see.
whole draft.
What we can do? What was the one draft? Was it Herschel Walker back then?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see.
Hold on, we're not.
It's definitely not gonna take the. What if I put in?
Wait, there we go.
Keep
So
going.
We got the whole draft.
Try this one. Just give it a second to go to third.
Okay.
Let's see if they'll take that one.
All right. Nope.
No. All right. So now try to do the second.
Okay. Let's try this one. With the oh my. Okay.
No, give rid of the third.
All right. Nope.
All right. Try the third. Let's see. We're gonna have to restart though.
We started, but still. Hold on. All right. This is got.
What?
No.
Did it take that? All right. Let's give him the whole next draft.
Let's
All
try
right,
it. We're gonna right there. I'm gonna do this. Offer our next 2 draft boards. What the heck?
All right, keep going. We're gonna get this. We want Bryce Young.
Why is this
All right,
not?
try it.
What the heck is going on?
All right, give him the next first.
What is happening? I'm questioning what is happening on the board here. Fine. How about this? Force. Oh,
No, force. I want to see how much we need to give away.
we have literally gotten rid of. I don't think we can even get rid of. Oh, wait, so this trade would likely be accepted.
Well, we already tried it. It didn't work. Just give him all at every draft.
I can't do anything more now.
Oh, they won't let you click it? All right, now try it. I guess try offering it.
I think I hit the offer trade. Now we're at this.
Okay. All right, didn't work. That's fine.
All right, let's start this draft. All right, so Bryce Young, Will Levis, Will Anderson, CJ Stroud, Devin Witherspoon, Anthony Richardson, Tyree Wilson, Quentin Johnson, Jackson.
Oh, they took my guy right there.
Now we're on the clock here. So right away.
I need to do some more research. All right, so we got 2 quarterbacks off the board early. We'll go back up real quick.
I got you.
So we got Young, Levis, Anderson, who apparently Anderson's real good.
Yes.
But we're not gonna get him. Stroud. So that's good. So 4 quarterbacks in the top 5, or 3 in the top 5, right? Okay, so that's good for us. That they're gonna take 3 quarterbacks right away. Quentin Johnson, I guess. So I thought Jackson Smith and the Jigba would be the top receiver off the board. I guess they took Quentin Johnson.
It keeps going back and forth. Every time I look at the articles, it keeps going back and forth. I want Jackson. That's who I personally.
Yeah, that's who I want. Yeah,
but it keeps going back and forth. I don't know why. Okay. So there's that.
All right. So I think what we need to do here is let's look at our players that we have available.
Okay, give me one second.
I think we're going to need to trade up back into the first.
Okay.
And we can't trade Rodgers in this, right?
We can, I believe. Hold up.
See, that's the thing is we probably should restart and trade Rodgers.
Yeah. Probably should have done that. But,
Wait, how do you trade a player, though, in this?
I have no idea. I don't
know if you can. Oh, select player.
Oh, my God. We could have
All right, so restart.
All right, we're restarting this. Hold up. Give me a second here. Oh, that's fun. Hold up. Now we're going back to this. Okay. Packers first. 3 rounds. No, this is middle. Middle. Okay. Slow. That's what we're going to have. Randomness. I'm putting that all less.
Yep. And then Green Bay. And enter.
Cool. Enter draft.
All right, so now let's trade Rodgers.
Let's get me the. Hold up. Let me put the Jets on the board. And then select the player. Aaron Rodgers. Now we'll begin here.
All right, so I want 13.
Okay.
That's literally just a piece of.
And I want 42.
Okay.
That's not a shirt.
And I want round 3 in 2024. What about round 4 in 2024?
Okay, hold up. Let me go. That's
try that.
Do we force a straight or no?
No, let's try it.
Okay. Yeah.
Took it. All right. I think that's good value. A first and second this year, and a round 4. And then see now what wouldn't be in this, right? Is I think that round 4 would be contingent to maybe become a 3 or a 2.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we discussed already.
Right.
I think we should. All right,
And,
let's go.
and if you can make that contingent, which obviously this is not going to be able to do in this situation, but if you could get 13, 42, and then a contingent pick next year, I think that's our best case scenario. Are they going to do it? Probably not. But I think it's our best case scenario. So I'm very happy with that trade.
All right, so this is so this is where we're at right now. We got the 13 and the 15 right now, folks.
Okay.
Shall we start
So-
the trade?
I guess you want to just talk our strategy coming up?
Sure. Let's talk about before we start.
All right. So I think, to me, and I want to hear your thoughts. So this is both of our drafts.
Yeah.
If Jackson
Oh,
is at 13, I'm picking him
Okay.
because I think his
you get a-
board is going to go up.
Okay.
And,
Oh,
I think we're not going to be able to get him at 15.
Okay.
oh, be careful there.
So, or we might have to trade up to get him. I don't know.
This is where I'm saying we might have to trade up.
But is it worth trading up for a receiver?
I don't think it is because
Yeah, I don't think so either. So let's just see what happens. We'll see what happens. I don't think it's worth trading up.
Let's start this draft, folks. Oh, hold up. All right, so Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Will Anderson, Will Levis. This is so far good. All right.
Oh, there he goes. But the other guy's still on. Nope, the other guy just went.
All right.
Yeah, so we're probably gonna have to trade up to get one of those two guys, which probably isn't worth it. All right, so who do we have on the board?
What position do you want me to go through?
Well, let's just see who we have up top.
Miles Murphy. I thought he would go higher. Jordan Addison.
I don't think we reach. I think we gotta look at the top. So, and this is gonna be where I need to do some more research. Obviously, we need safety help, right?
Yes.
Is Branch worth this spot?
No. I don't like. I mean, he's worth the second first, like the 15 where we're at. However, I just don't trust him because he didn't show a good combine. That's the only thing I'm a little concerned about him. I don't know how concerned that is, but that's a little concern to me.
Yeah. The other thing is this is a premium pick. I think we need to pick a premium player, like a premium position player. So I guess get rid of our position choices right now.
Okay.
All right. So, I'm not super. I don't know who that Collegiate guy is. Maybe he's good. I'm not too sure. I'm not ready to pick a tight end at this pick.
No.
Really, what I'd want to pick is a tackle.
That I can agree
Or
with.
an edge player, an edge rusher.
All right. Let me put. Yeah. Oh, that's my bad. My bad. I got you. I'll fix
So
that.
do edge and tackle.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
And maybe you know more than I do. I have not done a ton of research in this. This is where I need to start doing research.
I'm starting my research like this weekend. I'm just like,
I gotta start doing some research.
Okay.
Lucas Van Ness, Paris Johnston.
This one
And
supposed to go high.
Paris Johnson has an average draft position of 14.3, so that's the highest here. He's in Ohio State, so it's a big school. The Packers like to pick Georgia, right? Well, it's a big school right here. I'm kind of going Paris Johnson, but I don't know that much. I haven't done a ton of research. So, do you have any issues to that?
So, I do think that we need a tackle. The one concern, the only tiny concern I would have is we kind of need an edge rusher, but that's for the future. But again, this draft is like full edge rush for the entire draft. So I think Paris Johnson would make a good fit for the Packers.
Yeah.
So if you want to go with Paris Johnson, I'm fine with that.
Let me just look up like another mock draft to see what people are saying.
Okay. Oh, fuck. That was not. That's fun.
So I just picked up a random one. Yeah, they have him going 14. They actually have Peter Skoronsky going up ahead of him. Did Peter Skoronsky on the board still?
Yes. No, he went. He went at 11th.
Got it.
So,
All right, so I think Johnson's our best shot here.
All right. Let the draft commence here. All right, they got the edge.
Oh,
rusher.
they took the edge rusher.
That's what I knew.
Oh,
I knew the Patriots were going to take the edge rusher there.
damn it.
So they got Lucas Van Ness. Patriots have the 14th here we got. So we could
But this
still.
guy doesn't have Brian Branch going to the end of the first round.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this kid is supposed to go very high. I don't know why he's not getting picked. But again, we could take a tight
Yeah,
end.
Joey Porter Jr. Right. Pick 8. Yeah, what the hell?
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. How is that not? This is why, like, that should not be there. That guy should not be up there. It should be Joey Porter.
I mean, you want to do that? What about Tyree Wilson? Has he been taken?
What position is he?
Edge. They have him going round 9. I mean, pick 9.
Okay.
Well, yeah, they took him pick 6. He's young.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, this is going to show people. Don't worry, guys. If you're watching this, feel free to skip till like 2 weeks when we did some research, or if you're bored and want to watch us just think through, fine too. But totally acknowledge I have done 0 research on this year's draft.
I thought a little, just a tiny. I just only looked at the prospects. I didn't look in too deep. That's all.
Yeah, but we will. We will. Don't worry. Okay, so this guy's planning to pick up Brian Brees, but I don't know. He's a defensive lineman. I'm kind of saying let's pick up Joey Porter Jr. if he's the best value on the board.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's a premium position cornerback. We don't necessarily need a cornerback, but we don't know where Eric Stokes is going to be this year. You know, obviously you got Jair.
Rasul,
but is Rasul top talent at the position?
You
Probably not, right? Like,
yeah.
He's a good player, don't get me wrong, and I like Rasul a lot. But if you could get a top talent, I would probably want that at a premium position like cornerback. So I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, this mock draft has him going 8. So if you could get 8 at 15, that kind of value, I mean, that's huge value.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think this would kind of make sense to the Packers because they were talking about putting Rasul at safety a bit to help out there.
Right, exactly.
So it helps out the Packers by basically you just draft 3 CBs in a row and you put Rasul at safety. This helps the Packers out, I would say, in the secondary lots. So I'm okay.
I'm good with it. I'm good with the pick too.
Good.
I think it's good value.
Now, do we want to trade up?
Oh yeah, right. So I guess pause.
Okay.
So let's look at what tight ends are available.
Okay.
Because now we're gonna have 2 second rounders now, right? Because we just traded. We have our second rounder. We have the Jets second rounder, or the Browns second rounder. It's
technically the Browns, but
yeah, right. The Browns second rounder and the Packers second rounder. So we can get up, we can move up and try to get back into the first to get one of those tight ends. I do think that's going to be a big position. So can we look for tight ends that are available?
Hold on. Well, it doesn't pop up.
It doesn't let you do it anymore.
I guess not.
That's silly.
But I only know that none of the tight ends have gone. None of the huge tight ends have gone. So that's good value for us. That's good to know. So the only ones I know is Kincaid, Darnell Washington, and another guy. I'm a huge fan of Darnell Washington. He reminds me of a Mercedes Lewis, in my opinion. Great blocker. That's what Matt LaFleur loves to have. And he was crazy in the combine too. So I'm a huge Darnell Washington fan. That's just me.
I agree. However, apparently this guy from Notre Dame is going to be the best one.
Michael Mayer.
So I guess right now I'm okay with Kincaid, Michael Mayer, or Darnell Washington. All 3 are on the board still, right?
Yes, all 3 are them on the board.
Right. So let's see if any of these teams actually need tight end, right? So Seahawks do not, based off of this.
Oh, hold up. Let me go back. There we go.
So the Chargers do not. So likely not going to go. Ravens do not. Vikings do not.
Giants.
So the Giants might pick them, right? So, but I'm okay with one coming off the board, right? Because we have 3 that we want. So we don't necessarily need to come up this high.
No.
So Cowboys, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, hold on.
So no one really else needs them, but someone's going to take them, right? Like I don't think they're going to get this far down.
Carolina.
Yeah, but so maybe we could try to get what's our sweet spot? Maybe right at the beginning of the second round.
Yeah, like starts from a 32 for the Steelers, and the Colts are going to draft O line. So if you make a trade
It's
to
like the Rams,
yeah Rams, I would be
or
fine.
maybe we try and make a trade with Seattle because we always make trades with Seattle because of.
So yeah, John.
Let's see. Just pick Seattle real quick.
Oh, we're already with them. Sweet. But let me do
All right,
this.
so Seattle, and we're jumping Carolina, who needs a tight end, so that kind of makes sense.
Let me just do this real quickly. Just add this real quick. And then, let me pause that real quick. Okay.
All right, so we got 2 guys off the board. All right, so
Now,
let's go to Seattle.
okay. Find Seattle. Where the heck is Seattle? As okay. There we go. Seattle. I see. Cool.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna want pick 37. Let's see if we can give 42.
Just drink it.
Let's get 45 actually. See if we could keep 42.
I need to.
And let's say 116.
Okay.
Six won't kill me.
All right, that's too much. So let's see 170. All right, let's try that. See if they'll take that.
Nope.
Nope. What about 149? Will they take 149? Get rid of 170. All right, now let's do that. Let's see if they'll take that.
Knock out after six.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Oh wait, we should have tried it though, because damn it, what happens if they come off the board? We should have waited. But all right, it's all right. So we got moved up.
Oh wow. All right.
That's
so
fine.
All right. So let's resume the trade for that part.
So I guess we're not going to trade up again. So we got to see if they make it there. All right.
Jordan
No one's
Addison.
taking him. Oh, there goes Kincaid. Oh, there goes Mayer. See, this is why we probably should have done it.
We probably should have waited.
If you don't have to.
Let's see how much our trade pays off.
Oh, it worked. All right, you got your guy then. You got your guy.
Woo. Yes.
Darnell Washington is a Packer.
I don't care what it says. He's going to go very high up on the board. That is not true. He's going higher on this board, folks.
Yeah, no, I take him.
So this is a little bit about him. I really like him a lot. Yes, the touchdowns have not really shown, but when you see him, he's a very influence in the running game. He helps out with the blocking a lot. So again, I think he's good.
That's a lot.
I think this is good. I think he's a good player for us if we really want to take him. So, yeah, I just think he's a good player for us to get.
Yeah, I think that's the move here. Although I think I'd like Kincaid or Mayer better. I got to be honest, but they're gone at this point. I think for the value we got, I don't think we would have been able to get back into the first without giving up probably another like that 145 pick.
Yeah,
where we get rid of the third rounder. So I think we didn't give up a ton, and we got one of the 3 guys we wanted. So I'm good with the trade.
Sweet. All right. Do we want to trade up again?
No, I think let's the board fall to us.
All right. So this is what's happened so far. Now I'm kind of thinking wide receiver a little bit here.
Okay. Who do we got available?
This is not. Oh, this guy's good. Jalen Hyatt. He's good. That's a name that's been interesting. I've heard a lot of other guys.
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah, that might be Devin. No, So Hyatt is the guy that I've seen come here. I've heard his name, so he's like a strong second round kind of pick.
Yeah, that's.
So I think that would be this guy.
He's 6 foot, so he's kind of short.
Yeah,
The Packers don't like at that position. Elite speed.
He did put up a monster year of his stats with Tennessee: 1,267 yards, 15 touchdowns, 18.9 yards per reception. So again, I think he could be good for the Packers.
So what receivers are left? Yeah, I'm seeing Jalen Hyatt as number 5.
So there's Rice, Perry, Wilson,
I
Dell.
don't even look good.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's actually still there. All right, yeah, I'm good with that.
All right.
taking a shower, my clothes,
So now we got the 78th pick of remaining.
Do you want to try to trade up or just let the draft fall to us? Do we have anybody we really want at this point?
We only need really a safety. That's about it.
Yeah, we probably could use a safety. Can we look at the safety board, or I guess you can't do that, right?
Let's just. I want to look up to see how many safeties have been taken. Then we can kind of get a good awareness of what we're looking at here. So far, we're back in the first round here, folks. Nothing yet here when I'm looking at.
When did Branch get picked? Oh, he got picked 16.
Right after we picked
right after us. Wonder if we should have picked Branch instead.
No, I still think it was good. It was better value for us.
Yeah,
it was
good.
All right, so one safety's been taken this entire draft.
Really? Must be that good of a safety draft.
I guess not. We have the 78th pick, currently at 50.
Let's just fast it up and let's just get to our spot.
Okay. Well, that's fun. So a bunch of safeties I just saw went there. So hold up. We're still going. Sidney Brown, safety. That was a name I was kind of interested. I wanted the Packers to get. All right, so we're about 3 picks away. Quarterback. Interesting. Okay. So let's look at.
Jeremy, I think we have another position we kind of need to get. We need to address. I think you kind of want to address quarterback here. And I don't want to. So let's look at the board. Let's look at the board first. What do we have a player that's really good value here? I guess is the first question before we just.
Okay.
So Garrett Williams is on the board. I'm sorry, Garrett Wilson. Sorry, I get Garrett Wilson. I was about to say he's on the board. No, that's Garrett Wilson. Sorry. All right, so Jami Robinson is a safety.
This guy, I've heard a little bit. I don't know how good he is, but I've heard a little bit about this guy. So there's him.
I mean, the other safeties projected to go around average draft positions in the 60s.
Okay, that's fine. I've also heard this guy, Christopher Smith. I'm fine with taking the guy that was above for the safety. I'm fine with taking that. Jamie Robinson.
No, sorry, he's in the 80s. Sorry, he was ranked 63.
Oh.
What about? Can we look at the quarterbacks available?
Yes, we can. Quarterback available. We got Purdue out here. Stenson Bennett. That would be a fantastic pick.
I agree, but can we just? So this is our last pick, right?
Yes.
We could take a trade back in, though.
Technically, we can. We could trade.
You want to take the safety and then try to trade back in to get Stetson?
Sure. Let me just try. Oh, hold on. Give me a second. Let me go back to safety. All right. So we're at between Jamie Robinson, Jordan Battle, and Christopher Smith.
You said you heard good things about Jordan Battle?
I've heard some things about him. I don't know how good he is. I've heard I haven't heard a whole lot of details. I've heard some nice things about him now. I'm not sure. That's what I've heard. I've heard some nice things.
Jamie Robinson's supposed to be the top four, and then Jordan Battle's number 5.
Okay.
Battle's a high floor safety. Could be a plug and play starter from day one. And then Jamie Robinson, ideal quicks and tackling. Has the size of a deep safety. Brings a bit of a mismatched game. I'm good with Battle.
Okay.
We kind of need somebody who's going to play day one.
Yeah. All right. So let's just look. So you got the 102nd pick is the last one. So let's take Jordan Battle and then do we want to pause it and then trade with him?
Let's see. So what teams need quarterback? So Colts might take a quarterback. They already took somebody?
They took it all the way at
Will Levis. All right. So they do not need a quarterback. So, this should be pretty obvious if a team's going to get a quarterback or not, right? So let's just go down. So Colts not going to take a quarterback. Steelers
Wow.
not going to take a quarterback. They have Kenny Pickett. Lions could take a quarterback. Buccaneers absolutely could take a. Did they take quarterback already?
I don't think so. Let me just check. Let's see. I don't even see the Buccaneers. Not even on here. Nope. Tight end.
Sam Laporta.
I see nothing so far. Hold up.
Yeah, I don't think they took a quarterback in the first. Yeah, so
Nope.
they could take a quarterback. So that's it's very possible he comes off the board.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't take him now, it's possible that he comes off the board by the time we pick next. Seahawks are not going to take a quarterback. They already have Geno Smith. They just paid a ton of money to. Dolphins, doubt it. Chargers, no. Ravens, no. Vikings, maybe. But I think they just got a younger guy. Probably not. Jacksonville, no. New York Giants, definitely not. They just paid Daniel Jones. Cowboys, no. Buffalo, no. Bengals, no. Panthers.
There we got CJ Stroud.
They got so no. Eagles, no. Kansas City, no. Arizona, probably they could. Washington, yes. So I think probably Arizona would be the team we'd want to trade with.
What if we did this? We draft the quarterback now and then we trade for Jordan Battle.
I feel like Jordan Battle's probably going to go though.
Okay. All right. All right.
I'm fine not getting Stetson Bennett too though. We'll just try to get back in to get a quarterback. Just because we're not doing any other rounds anyway, might as well get back in.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so let's do Battle.
Okay. That's 2 picks afterwards.
So who are we scared about? So we were scared about. No, we weren't scared about any of them. So the Lions, I'm not scared about.
The Bucks.
Bucks, I'm scared of, and who?
You said.
No, I'm not scared of anything. So if we get by the Bucks,
you said the Cardinals too.
So I thought I was scared of another team.
You said the Cardinals because they could.
Yeah, I know, but that was pretty far. And I'm talking about like right where we're at.
Not really. I mean, you said Vikings could.
Oh, the Lions, but I think the team that could probably take them.
Let's see what happens.
Let's just see if we get by him. Oh, we got by him. Let's just keep going.
Oh, we keep going? All right.
I don't think any of these guys are going to take him.
Nope. All right. Do we want to stop now?
Stop it there.
Okay.
All right. So we know the Panthers are not going to take him.
Nope.
We know the Eagles are not going to take him. Not going to take him. So our biggest chance of losing him is Washington.
Yes.
And if we don't trade in, we're not gonna get him because we run out of picks. So let's see if we can get to the Arizona pick.
Okay.
So we jump Washington and have our chance. Well, actually, you want to make the trade now?
Yeah, let's make a trade with Chiefs. Do you want to do or Cardinals?
No, the Cardinals. Let's do the Cardinals because I'm not worried about the Chiefs. They're not going to take them.
That's my try. Okay. Let's just do this real quick. Cardinals.
9-6 want to give 116 and 232. Will they take that?
How about this one?
Or 116 and 242?
What?
No, you got to give him 116.
Nothing. 48. 64 if I gave the rest of our draft.
They don't like it. They don't like any of that.
Let's try this. I want to see something here.
Can you just give him so this is a 3rd round pick? Can you give him 116 and next year's 3rd?
Okay, give me a second.
What about next year's New York Jets round 4? Let's try that.
Okay. Yes.
So you want let's just see what we did there, right?
Okay.
So we traded Aaron Rodgers, right? For now we have nothing coming next year, right? Because we traded away our conditional pick. So we traded away Aaron Rodgers for the tackle, right? The tackle we got. What's his name again? All right, we'll do this at the end. Let's.
Okay.
Let's get Stetson Bennett.
All right. Let's resume the draft.
I heard that.
All right. Cool.
All right.
We have. Let's try quarterback. So now we got.
Or do we go Aiden O'Connell? Is he or Jack Hayner?
I don't even know any of those
Jake
guys.
Hayner.
Like they got Max Dugan in it. So I don't even know. I like Stetson Bennett here. Just why
Let's
not?
see.
But I don't know how
PFF.
Aiden O'Connell is.
CJ
Yeah.
Stroud, number 1. Bryce Young. Hendon Hooker. He's gone. Will Levis.
Yep.
Tanner
he's gone.
McKee. Anthony Richardson, all gone. They're saying Jake Hayner is the next one. That's good.
Okay. Fresno
So-
State from Devontae Adams.
Yeah, they're saying he's better than Stetson Bennett. And he's younger. The problem with Stetson Bennett, he's older, right?
Yeah.
Jake Hayner is 207. He's only 6 foot. That's it?
That's a little interesting to me.
Jaron Hall, he got picked already?
No,
he's
he
only
did not.
6 foot.
Okay.
Max Dugan is 6'1". Stetson Bennett's only 5'11". What? All right. Well, I guess Jake Hayner is our best option.
All right. With that concludes our draft picks. We end the draft.
You probably didn't even. You could have traded real far back, but that's all right.
That's fine.
We got our quarterback.
Let's
We need
see
a backup.
what grading your draft. Stay in your seat, folks. As soon as this,
I think that's a pretty good draft.
I do too.
I'd give that a B+.
I do too. What is PFF gonna give us if they load? Thank you. Oh, geez, they hated our quarterback pick. C+.
C+. All right, so let's start up the top.
Okay.
All right, so they're not grading our Aaron Rodgers trade.
No.
They didn't like the Darnell Washington pick. They liked the Joey Porter pick. That was a good pick for us.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't like the Jalen Hyatt.
Yeah. They did like
Wow, they didn't like Jake Hayner. Why not?
I guess they like Stetson Bennett. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe they think it's too early for these guys. Probably round 4 would have been better. I mean, if we were doing round 4, we probably would have waited to trade up, but we weren't doing it. So, but yeah, I mean, I do think we need a quarterback at some point. That's the thing.
Yeah, I kept hearing rumors they might get Carson Wentz. I'm like, I don't want him.
No, I'll pass on that. But all right, not a bad draft in my opinion.
No, not a bad draft in my opinion. So, yeah,
We'll try to do more of those. Have some more research, but I think tackle is important in the first, and quarterback was good value. Probably not the most important position in the first, but I think it was good value where we were picking.
mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely agree.
I got one of the big 3 tight ends, so that's always good.
That is good. Because they made comparisons. One's like Travis Kelce, one's like George Kittle, one's like Mercedes Lewis. It was like if he was a prime Mercedes Lewis. So,
yeah. All right. So is that it?
Yeah,
For tonight?
that's all we got for tonight here, folks.
Cool.
But,
So we'll see what happens with the Rodgers situation. Keep an eye out. The Packers probably no big signings coming, but see what's going on. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of news coming up shortly with the draft and just the NFL in general. Kurt Bankert apparently is going to the XFL. So congratulations to Kurt Bankert.
woo. Let's go. Let's go.
That's all the news I had for today.
All right. Let's do our usual. Where can the people find you?
Here. That's basically all they can find me now. And on Twitter. But I've been so busy with work recently that I haven't had much time for the internet. But I will get back to it. We're going to try to do some more things on the channel. Do some shorts on Twitter. Maybe do some blogging at some point. Who knows? It's going to be an interesting season. And that's basically find me here and on Twitter.
Okay. Folks, you know where to find me. I did make my announcement last week that I'm not going to be doing MLB predictions this year because the video did not want to work and failed. So I'm not restarting the video, but I did put my predictions out if you want to go see that. GOAT Series is back this week. We are doing returners this week, so we'll have that. And if you're still in the March Madness bracket of my group on the YouTube, I haven't checked the latest winner. I think Mike is winning so far. So if Mike
No, I'm not winning.
you're not
no,
winning?
No, because I picked Marquette to get to the finals.
Oh,
Not to win. I have UCLA winning, but
Okay.
I picked Marquette to get to the finals, and they got blown out.
Okay. So
Now I was trying to be on brand Wisconsin team. I don't know much about about NCAA. So I was like, let me pick Marquette to get to the finals. Nope.
The only people I know who ever went there was Jimmy Butler and Dwayne Wade. That's
Some guy that's on the Bucks now too. His name's escaping me, but yeah, I think he just joined the Bucks. He went to Marquette actually.
Okay. So so GOAT Series will be here. I'll be trying to get that out this weekend. And then the winner, if the winner of my March Madness bracket, they get to decide what they want to do of an upcoming future video. And then we'll be having defensive tackles come on. We'll be having that soon filmed. And then me and Mike will be doing one of the positions. We're still discussing what position we'd like to do in the GOAT Series, but Mike is a part of the GOAT Series.
Oh, yeah, right. Thanks. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, we got to do that.
So we will having that. But yeah, so right now we're done with special teams in the GOAT Series. And now we move on to the defensive side, which I think Mike likes defensive ends. He's a big Reggie White guy. So we'll leave that to him. But,
Can I do?
What do you want to do? It has to be defense. It has to be on the defense side.
It has to be on the defense side.
Yes.
Can I do safeties?
Yes.
I actually like safeties. That's my position. If I would be a football player on the defense, it'd be safety.
That would be mine too. But yeah, we can go with safeties. All right. So
We'll do
Mike is going.
safeties.
We've decided Mike is going to be doing safeties for us.
When are we doing this?
We'll figure sometime. We got time. We got
Okay.
time down the road.
I got to see if I can get my Charles Woodson. It's probably way too small for me at this point, but I have a Charles Woodson Defensive Player of the Year shirt. I got to see if I can find that in storage somewhere, in just my closet downstairs. But if I can find that, I'll wear it for the GOAT Series.
Okay.
Because that's going to be one of the GOATs. It's
Yes.
going to be one of the. Spoiler alert, but it's got to be one. It's got to be on the list. That's for sure.
Okay. So we'll be having that on the list there. Just spoiler for you already, folks. But yeah, so we go in first up. So I'm gonna have returners come out, then be done with special teams. Then I'll have defensive tackles, do safeties, then do cornerbacks, linebackers, edge rusher. I like to, and then we'll get into the offense. So that's how it's gonna go. And the only person who's ever competed with me is that one person on Instagram who always puts his top 10 players of all time in the position. So that's about it. But
Instagram doesn't count. No one looks at Instagram for this kind of content.
exactly, he does that person does that, and then he'll do his YouTube, but he hasn't posted in like forever in YouTube, so I have the advantage right then and there. I give
He
you
doesn't
guys
have PackReacts podcast. He didn't have Russ Hodkowitz on his podcast. So
exactly. But folks, that will do an edition of PackReacts. Appreciate you. We'll be here next week, so stay tuned for that. But before I like to leave here of the show, before we like to do it, I like to play a little song, and Mike will love this too, and he will say this at the end.
Go, Pack, go!
go.
Go, Pack,
Go,
go!
Pack, go.
It's
So
been too long since I've heard that song live.
exactly,
Got to get back to Green Bay this year, Jeremy. We gonna do it?
we will do it. We
Gotta
gotta
go watch Jordan Love probably lose the game.
Yeah, I'm not getting my Jordan Love jersey. I'm not getting it.
Not yet.
I gotta wait till I see him have a couple decent seasons, and then I know like, okay, he's decent. I can keep a jersey. That's all.
We probably should have bought his rookie card though, or like got something. Imagine you get something signed from him in the beginning. Like if you would have got something signed from Aaron Rodgers back when he was a rookie, it'd be worth a lot today.
See, I have
It's
my
almost like a free option to have a expensive piece of memorabilia.
Well, if you would like a Jordan Love piece, a Jordan Love autograph, I know somebody that sells football autograph cards. Zach, who was on the GOAT Series prior. who
Oh,
has
really?
done- Yes.
That guy, the punter guy.
Yes, he has his own stuff of selling football cards. He's always into it. He has his own Instagram accounts just about that. So if you don't want to reach out to him, let me know. We'll give that out.
We'll see what he wants for Jordan Love. He probably wants a lot of money for it now. He probably wants like
Nah,
$20.
he gives you the friendly deal. He'll give you the friendly deal if you're nice to him.
All right, well, tell him to get on an episode, and No, I don't know. Maybe.
If you want to.
Is it actually signed by Jordan Love?
Yes. There's I'm trying to think. There's one that's signed by Jordan Love. I forget how many cards they have Jordan Love that's signed and not signed. There's a couple that's signed. But then there's like some premium cards that are like good worth value that aren't signed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a huge collector, but who knows? Maybe Jordan Love could be good. And if not, then it's a nice conversation piece.
Yes, it is.
I wouldn't pay too much money for it. Though. Probably max like $30. That's probably max. And maybe it'd be worth $100 one day. Or it's probably more likely to be worth nothing. But we'll see.
Yeah, we will see, folks. But like once again, we'll be doing a better draft. This is a preview because we're like a little rusty for our draft knowledge. Next week we'll be getting a little better, and when the weeks come down, we are full. I will soon be doing my mock draft video of the first round only. But as me and Mike will be together, of like coming up with our own Packers mock drafts.
Yeah, I think I gotta do some research, and maybe we'll be more prepared next week, or try to put together a short form video or something. Yeah, I think we can add some value. Probably not much value to the draft conversation, but maybe a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little. But
more entertainment value. I think we're real entertaining.
yes,
Yeah, we have a lot of viewers and a lot of people want to join.
exactly.
We need to get some guests on though. That's got to be our main goal.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll try to do that in the next couple episodes. We'll try to have a guest on there. But before we leave here, leave a like on this video of the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. We'd like to have that done.
Hit that bell. Hit that bell.
Hit that bell. Hit the notification.
Like, subscribe.
Exactly.
You know how it's done, people.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Add us on Twitter though. Don't forget about the Twitter.
Yeah. So we got the Twitter still. We'll be getting more involved with that as Mike will be doing the job there in a couple episodes too.
Much better job. Much better. I'm doing a terrible job. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. But as always, we like to say, folks, go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go, everyone. Go Pack, go.
Go, Pack,
Go Pack, go.